Alright, so the Elektron Syntakt. There is no sampling in this, so it's all based on machines, and so they're pretty much like little synthesizers, some more features than others, and some are very refined down to just make a particular sound, like the hi-hat ones. First, we'll just grab a new project here. So we go to the settings cog, go project, yes, load project, yes, and just scroll down to an empty spot where it says create new, no, and yes. So first of all, I'll just set up the keyboard. So hold function and press track. That turns the keyboard on. And then function and then hold down track. And now we get this menu where I can put in a scale. I can set the root note and I can fold the keyboard. So we've got 2 octaves. So now we've got 2 octaves of whatever scale and key we've loaded here. So the scale is on the E, the root note's on the F here, and the keyboard folds over on the H. So we'll just leave that as is, so press no. Now we've got that set up. So in this track 5, we'll just grab our first engine. So we'll go, machine. So go function synth, or underneath it says, in red it says machine. And then we'll scroll and we'll just grab the first one, which is the bits one. And when you first load up bits, it's very noisy because we got this balance on the C encoder here. So we'll just get rid of that noise for now. And then down here in the E, we've got the wave. So just turn my headphones down a touch. So I'm just going to go into the LFOs and attach that wave onto LFO 1. So I just scroll down till we go synth, SYN waveform. Yes. Put in some depth on the H here. We'll turn the speed down as slow as possible. So it's kind of like a mini wavetable oscillator. I'll just actually change this mode to free. It's already on free. So we'll just move that over a bit. And we'll pull the depth. And at this point I'll just set up the delay. So go function filter, which is the delay written in red underneath. And we'll just pull up the cutoff a little bit and maybe do a bit of a high pass as well. Low pass on top. And then we'll go function reverb, set this up. Let's put a bit decay on it. And then go back into track 5 here. And under the amp page, we can send it to the reverb. And a bit to the delay there. And these arrow keys are up and down octave. So let's set this filter up. So I might get LFO 2. So double press, it'll go to LFO 2. And we'll set that to filter frequency. Just put in a bit of depth here. But I might actually go like a random wave. guess we want that to free as well. And actually, to sync this to the time, we might put in a little kick here just to keep tempo. And actually, so yeah, it's not in time. So I just record in a loop here, so press play and record at the same time. You can do it live, unquantized, or quantized if you hit it twice. So we'll just go in and we'll just change this LFO time on LFO 2. Alright, so it's a bit more resonance there in the filter and just pulling the cutoff down a bit. Still a bit too much of that LFO. Cool. So it's track 5. Sweet. So we gotta go to LFO 2. Go back to LFO 1 here. Give it a bit more depth and speed on the wave table. And we might leave that like that. So to save, we'll save it now. We just press function, these 3 dots, go down, save sound. Command function no to clear out that. And we'll just call this table. And then yes to save it. And then here we can tag it. So I'll go mine, and I'll go synth as well. And save. So that's saved there. So go out of that. No. We go to number 6 here. So let's go function syn to bring up the machines again. And this one's the Chord machine, but we'll skip that one for now and we'll come back to it. So come down to the tone here. So this is an FM based synth pretty much. We got modulation here, ratio, so let's put in like a normal yeah, like a standard FM synth. And then we got feedback. So I might actually make like a bass with this. Let's keep it quite simple. This is the modulation envelope. So we've got that kind of harmonic up there that we can fade out by pulling down this G. Give it some overdrive. And actually we might even go over to the amp page here and put a bit of reverb on it. Let's go back into our reverb, make sure we've cut out the low end, which we have. So let's go back here. That's it with the bass. I'd have to go back into this sound and go into our LFO and just pull this depth down. Give it a bit more. Cool, so back into track 6 that we were working on. A tone oscillator. Tone machine, sorry. Try to tweak that a bit more. Kind of nice as it is, honestly. Maybe we'll just grab a better pattern, so get rid of the pattern. On the track to record the step sequencer, and then function play clears the track. Cool, so got a little bass there. So again, we'll save function 3 dots, yes. And let's call this, so function no to clear out that. Let's call it bassy boy. Where's the Y? Yes. Save this as mine. Just put it under bass as well. And hit save. Cool. So that's the tone. So we've done bits and tone. Track 7, function SYN, and then we've done bits, tone. We'll do toy. It's physical modeling kind of synthesis. So we'll go into the LFO straight away again. And we'll just send this maybe to the formant, SYN form, yes. And we'll grab a random LFO here with this E, and then we'll change the mode. Oops, that's the start phase. We'll change the mode to hold. Now every time it should trigger a different start. And we'll go in, we'll make this a little pluck. So bring the filter down, put the filter envelope up. And we'll give it some delay. I'd have to give this some overdrive too. Might go LFO 2 here and actually attach this to the pitch. Synth tune. And we'll go the same random LFO. Just bring the rate down and the depth right down. So it's a little bit broken sounding. I just might have to check if that's a little bit too much, so we'll just might have to change the mode to the trig mode. And then go back. So you might go function page and change this from 16 to 64 and go back and just record in a little bit. So pressing both play and record at the same time for the live record. Just wait for this to go back to the start. Cool, so I might actually save that sound too. So function, these 3 dots, save sound. Let's call that like wonky key. Cool. There's lead and mine. Save yes. Cool, so we've got, let's get no out of that. So now we've got all of these 3 engines. We go into track 8. So track 8, function syn, and maybe we'll look at the chord machine here. And so with the chord machine, you've got the different chords here, you know, everything you could ever want pretty much. But if you bring it all the way down, you can bring it to unison, this function E encoder, and then you can, on the next one over, pull the detune down until it's completely in unison. Let's give it some drive. And then here we've got another wave. So this is almost like another wavetable synthesizer. So if we go into our LFO destination 1, synth waveform, yes, put some depth on it. Bring that tempo as rate as slow as possible. Go in, give it some reverb. So my computer just glitched out for a second. We'll go into our trig page here, set the portamento, turn that on with the H encoder, and this is the time. So that's cool. So let's think what we could do with our second. We'll go the filter frequency and put a bit of depth on it. Maybe a bit more depth. Whoops, that's the wavetable. Go back to our filter, a bit more resonance. So that's kind of cool. And then we can go back into the synth engine and try some of the chords, maybe minor. And actually maybe do like a little minor wobble. Bit of attack there. So that could be cool. Bring down that frequency. And actually change the depth, a little bit less depth, more envelope. Bit of delay. Okay, we'll put that in. Cool. we won't save that. I've already shown you how to save, so that's cool. So we come down here into the 4 analog oscillators. Just go voice 1 here, and I'm actually going to put in function SYN. So you're going to put in the noise oscillator here. And just mess with the envelope. I'm going to go LFO and to filter frequency, change this to saw. Bring the filter down. Give it some resonance. Actually, we'll give it some envelope too. So I might just trigger this at the very first hit, and then I'm just going to bring it into 16 so it loops every time. So we need to set the mode so it triggers, so it's not just random every time. And then we'll set the speed here. Something like that, and then get this envelope. And we go into our reverb as well. Reverb and delay. Cool, and then we'll just bring that back out to 64. Of course, it's put it on every page. Yeah, I like that. Maybe a bit more delay. At this point I might go into our kick and just give it some overdrive. Maybe chuck a hat in. So I might just turn off this chord for now. Clear this out too. So I might record in a little sequence here. So to do that, you press record and stop at the same time. And this is the note you're starting on. Hold down function, you can just type in the notes, and then when it comes back through, then we can go to this page, put one down. Turn that down, give it a lot more delay. Cool. now we're going to track 10 here, and we'll go function syn again, and we'll load up the synth. Got to set up our amp so it stops. There we go. And we'll go back to the synth page and we'll just bring that to unison. So we got these different configurations here. The plus is just adding them together, like they're just going out direct. The two waves, they're not modulating each other. Then R is ring mod. F is FM. Or FM, sorry, is FM. F plus R is FM plus ring modulation, I'm pretty sure. You get some nasty stuff with that. But we'll just go to two saw waves here. Just mess with this. Kind of want to make like a big kind of almost like one of those Fisher kind of sounds where it's like on the drops like bang. I don't know even what that sound's called, but so might need to actually do maybe a high pass for this. We'll send that to the reverb. Maybe we can put a bit of the bend parameter here on it. So we'll just record that in. I guess. Just wait for this to loop around. So I don't like that bend actually. Or maybe we'll keep the bend, but we'll just put a attack on the. No, I don't like that bend. It's a bit of minus bend. Oh, didn't mean to do that. A bit of minus bend could be cool. Yeah, that's cool. So we just clear out that note, and I'll just put it in a couple spots. So where's that? So this one, we need to go into our LFO and set this mode to be trig. Maybe we'll go in and put in a clap. All these drums are just stock. Let's give that clap some drive. Going to number 12 here, hi-hat. We'll go function syn. Let's try to make some sort of pattern here. Random, maybe go trig, bring the probability down. What dick? So maybe we'll get an LFO and attach it to that tone, I believe it was, yeah. Tone, yes. And we'll go to the random, set the mode to trig mode. Bring the, maybe not trig, maybe hold. Actually, trig was kind of cool. So, let me just bring the filter. And actually, I might bring the, filter down a bit. Go back to this one. Go back to our bass, put a little bit more overdrive on that. Go into our toy, that broken key, maybe we'll tune that down. Clear out this sequence. Maybe actually we'll change this from minor to sus4. Maybe unison. Cool. So maybe we'll just make this bass follow that pad. Oh, sorry, that wasn't the bass. Bass is on number 6. And that was too high. So we'll just wait till we come around here. See if that did it right, or I might have to redo it. Alright, there was one bad note in there. I think it's that one. So maybe we'll copy and paste that. Dun dun dun. So this is, that's better. So now we can just mess with this stuff. Go in and we'll clear that out. Anyways, you get the idea. And start jamming around with it. So that's all the synth engines pretty much, apart from the drum ones that are specially for drums, and a lot of them are actually quite similar. They're just kind of a different take on like slightly different parameters, but we'll go into them after on the next video or whatever. And thanks for watching. I'll be back with the drum video in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you. Cheers.